Welcome. How are we, friends? Are we well? Hope it's good. Hope you've had a lovely Monday. Let's all be happy for Mondays. Here we are. Hope you've had a cracking weekend. For those of you who are brand new, by the way, around here, we're doing a Pentagon challenge, and we start in our save in South Africa. We have just finished season 1, and therefore tonight we are doing summer transfer window. I'll give you the full backstory as to what's happened, where we are. We'll do a bit of catch up. Basically, you haven't missed much at the minute, right? You haven't missed much. If you have missed it, then you need to go back and check the video that went up on YouTube today, which was the day one, which is us getting our job. So that's gone up there. We are going to try and cut the streams down and stuff and put some videos out every week. But you don't care about things that have happened in the past, do you? No, you want to hear what's happening right now. So let's get ourselves involved. Let's go and see the Black Leopards. We'll start getting our pens working and our paper ready, and let's do some transfers. So, welcome one and all. How are we? Liv is in. Even Livy, how are you? I hope you're good. Retrogradus is here. Luffy's in. Render, Rugio, Lulu Booster. We've got people over on YouTube there. Andy Reynolds is in. Squirrel's here. Loads of people chilling in the background and just lurking away. You're more than welcome to do that, of course. It's not one of those like sort of streams where I'm just like, right, why is no one talking? It's just they're quite chilled out, these sorts of things. If you've not been here before, it's very chilled. With the transfer streams, we get pens and paper out. We start going through our team, looking at players we want to keep. We look at sort of the positions we want to improve upon. We look at types of players that we want. I've written here: dominant goalkeeper, dependable fullback, pacey wingbacks, 2 times bastard, playmaking midfielder, goal cultured midfielder, goal scorers and wingers. So yeah, a new team essentially is what that basically sounds like at this point. And the reason we're doing that, so here's where we are, right? So Black Leopards finished 7th last season, expect to finish 11th, so we've actually done all right. Even Nick Miller, Lemon, welcome in, hope you're good, nice to see you. So we finished 7th, meant to finish 11th. We obviously were expected to get that mid-table spot according to the board. We were offered a new contract by the board, so we decided to stay, right? We decided to stay because we weren't really sure what was available that was better for us, that we could feasibly get. I mean, a job like Tokyo Verde we probably wouldn't get in J1. I mean, they are 2.5-star rep. They've won the Champions League before. Ooh, maybe. Still not entirely sure who's staying. Still not sure. We might not be staying. We think. So we'll see what's happening. So 7th was where we finished. We have got a large squad here, rather large squad, but we do have a lot of players that are going because they're all out of contract. If we just move that to, these are the players here whose contracts expire before the end of the season. So quite a few. But most of those are first teamers. So that's concerning. That is concerning. So we have to then replace them because that is what's left. And some of those players are 10-year-olds. So yeah, so it's going to be fun. Calispiro Jason, by the way, welcome. Lamden is in as well. Summer transfers at low reputation, free transfer frenzy. That's exactly what it's like. The finances, Andy, are dreadful. They are dreadful. At the minute, we're currently overspending on wages. We do have some little transfer budget, not much to be honest, but once players leave, we might have a little bit of money left to rejig around. But it is going to be, the phrase Moneyball gets banded around a lot, but it's not really, is it? Because like, essentially what we're doing is we're just trying to get players that are cheaper than what we've already got. We have boosted some players' wages. Mukumela, by the way, is now on 1,200 quid a week. So he was definitely given a bit of a boost last year. He was a 7.04 overall, so we made sure that we can get him in. He's probably going to end up becoming the one of the main players at the team because he stays, but we might end up losing Where is he? Where's our other guy? Our other centre half who might want to leave. I should really put that into position order again, shouldn't I? Kumalo looks like he might be going. He's 14. Is he the club captain as well? I think he is. Yeah, he's one of the most important players in the team, and yeah, he's going to go there. Vice captain, he's leaving. Sorry, he's the club captain. Beloy's the vice captain. He's going to leave as well. There's Mukimela, who stays there. So Richie's potentially going to stay. Maybe, don't know. He's out of contract. He might leave. He's 34. Oh, that's worrying. Muntali's on his way out. Goalkeeper, he might leave. Matt Simbi. Well, we've managed to re-sign him because we needed desperate for right backs, and we just thought, well, look, let's just put him in and keep him. So yeah, there's a lot still to do at this moment in time to work out who's staying, who's going. Muntali is opting to check his options. He is wanted by Swallows, who've just been relegated, so they'll be coming into this division. Who else you got there? Mareko, probably going to leave. He's looking at his options as well. Mitswaney is wanted by Vendor. He's considering his options. That's another left back, but not the end of the world if he goes. But it also is because we haven't got left backs. Kamalo, we would love to keep, but he's wanted by everybody. I mean, Cape Town Spurs won the Premier Division, so I can't see us being able to keep him with that hanging over him. So I figure we're going to lose him as well. Richie, we say, is leaving. Vushi Makwanze has stayed. Freddie Mathole is going to stay for another year. We'll probably put him in the reserves, I'd imagine. Mizueo is probably going to leave as well. Maybe get rid of him. James Caniel is a young 16-year-old who's come in mentally very, very good. Technicals, of course, we can develop as we go through, but at 16, he's got the potential to be a good player. Linzo, well, he's still here. He's got a hip injury. He's out for 4 months. He's 33. He has a contract till 2026. 400 quid a week. I mean, he's good, but I feel like we should really be trying to, replace him. And Wandode is probably going to leave as well. I think we've set him to release, I think, already. Baffy's going to stay. Shauk is probably going to leave as well. Another player that's not maybe one for us. Evening A15, nice to see you, buddy. Hope you're good. Mabena, well, Mabena, maybe not. Don't know. First touch 15. Decision making's good. When he came in, he played fine. He could become a good player for this division, but do we need players just for this division? Maybe not. And also, we're hoping to move on next year as well, so that's also something we need to look at. Mavundla, 6'5", wide player. Maybe we keep him, but I mean, look at this. Unhappy that he's not particularly good with the coaching's not great. Doesn't get stuck in. Doesn't like big matches. So maybe we put his wages somewhere else. And Kube is coming. He's one of our new signers. He looks very decent for this level. Very, very quick. Good dribbling. Good first touch. Crosses. First touch. Off the ball. Passing. Technique. Yeah, that's what we need. So he's come in. Maloko stays, which is good. Mulidzi, unfortunately, is going to go to join Polokwane, so we're going to lose him. He scored 6 in 16, so he was just starting to get his feet in front of goal. 18-year-old, but he's now gone. So striker, well, it's what we need. We desperately need a striker. Probably 2 strikers, actually, if we're being honest. So yeah, that's where it's at. It's going to be, yeah, described as a free transfer frenzy. Airwolf, you've missed nothing just yet. We've only just started, to be honest. So we're not long in. I mean, Keegan Ritchie, I sort of feel like we might be able to keep him. He likes big matches. Yes, he's on the decline, but he's experienced. If we can reduce that wage from 500 quid, I mean, he does want to consider his options, so we might end up losing him anyway. So that might be a concern. We've right back we need to look at. So, well, let's go through what we've got that's coming in. So we've got a goalkeeper coming in, Luda. We're going to call him Luda. Luda's going to come in, who has joined from Vendor, or at least will join from Vendor, we hope, if he agrees to the deal. So we'll see if we can get him in. He was doing pretty well in terms of the statistics in the league as to how he holds up, how he stacks up as a keeper. We've approached Bongo Lawana as a right back from the Kazric Stars. Again, he's had a pretty good season, to be honest, so we thought let's try and bring him in. He could potentially even be Premiership standard, South African Premiership standard soon. There's a player as well that I want to have a look at that I haven't put a bid in for, but maybe we should. He was on our shortlist, Vanguard. Oh, he's got an extra year on his contract now. Okay, we've lost out on him then, so that's fine. Not a problem. We are bringing in this guy though, Janino Palace. So he looks like he might be quite interesting. 17 for determination, 14 for leadership. Tackling's good. First touch is good. Acceleration's good. Granted, he's not strong. He's only got 5 for strength, but I've got a bit of hope for this boy. You know, I think he might be all right in the centre of midfield. And Cabello as well looks like he might be interesting as well. Good determination, good decision making, very fit. Again, bit of leadership, good passing, good vision. So potentially they might form a decent partnership in the centre of midfield. So that's what we've got so far. So yeah, there's still a lot to do. Our director of football hasn't really identified anybody to bring in because he's not very good. And yeah, there's going to be a lot to learn and a lot to work out as we go through. So there's another Mabena in South Africa. He's a beast. Another Mabena. I'd imagine that there's quite a few, but it's this guy's it Shai Banonga. 18 years old. 5'3". This is the guy, yeah? Oh, 26, contract 26 from the Sundowns. Right, okay, let's get some scouts on him then and work out what he looks like. Also, Chep Mazeko. I mean, these guys have got to be super, super, super cheap, though. That's the thing. See, again, 2026. £3,000 a week wages. Whoa, God, hey, we're not going to be anywhere near that, are we? Right, Luda's in. We do have a goalkeeper. Which means that Muntali can now leave. Yeah. So we can do that. So Luda comes in then. We now have a goalkeeper. We got a very, very good youth setup this year. A very good youth intake. So that's potentially something that we might need to look at as well. Jason's asking, is our director of football Nikos Dabazas? No, thankfully. But not a million miles difference, I don't think. It seems to have very similar knowledge of players, I think. What's interesting I find as well in South Africa is that there's a lot of, obviously a lot of 35, 34, your old players. And granted, they're probably not the worst players to consider as well. Shane Saralina. I wonder if he's maybe an option at centre back. Doesn't like big matches, but he's got a bit of pace about him. He's left-footed as well. 5'9". Who's he wanted by? Quite a few teams. Vendor, JDR Stars, teams in China, teams in Saudi Arabia. Zeba we tried to sign, but he's signed a new contract, so we're not going to get him, sadly. Umkashi, Kanzi, Tatoma Kua, he's a winger. And Sone. Yeah, so to be fair, our main areas to be looking at is fullback. Well, we're still in a fullback, still in a left back. Maybe this guy. Good crossing, good tackling, determination, acceleration. Dreads big matches. All right, a bit of dread is fine. He wants a lot of money though. Let's shortlist him, but where's he from? Chipper. Okay, so he's league above. See if he drops down if he leaves. Falongo looks good, doesn't he? In fact, he looks very, very good. 1,200 quid again. Inconsistent, apparently. Check out sides like Cape Town Spurs along with the big three. Yeah, I mean, we should. The only thing I'm gonna say that as to maybe we don't do that is the fact that because we're doing a Pentagon, we're not planning on staying for too long. So I think, in a sense, stacking the team up with youngsters is probably the way to go because of the registration rules. But it's also that thing of, how much, like, we don't want to be spending. It sounds really silly. We don't want to be spending so much time in recruitment, because we do want to try and move off. Generation Foot are excellent, and so are Mimosas. Yeah, I mean, they're basically cheat codes. Those two teams. We're very, very familiar with those. There's also a foreigner rule as well in South Africa, so you only allow 5 foreigners in your entire squad. So again, once we've worked out who's going to be around and who's going to leave, then we can start to look to plan as to what next season looks like with regards to going and buying, these new players. So right, goalkeeper's on his way out. Got a week to go before we say goodbye to all these players that don't want to play for us anymore. Let's have one final quick swing around. Who might want to stay? Well, Lucky Beloy we reckon is leaving, isn't he? So he's going to be going. He's wanted by Orlando Pirates, and Stellenbosch. So I think he's on his way out. That'll save us 800 quid. Mareko, yeah, he's not that good, and pay has been poor. Kamalo, any chance he might want to discuss? Can we maybe get Kamalo locked down? I've got a feeling that He wants too much. Yeah, we can't get there, I'm afraid. He's gonna go, which is fine. Well, it's not fine. Obviously, it is, but it is what it is. It is what it is, isn't it? You know what I mean? Lulu Booster, check the foreigner thing in Brazil. Thought screwed up. I read it as 7 max. I had signed 10 Argentinians. Turns out it was 7 in the match day squad. So the rules are, you can have match day squad must have no more than 3 foreign players. I'm sure it's yeah, maximum of 5 foreign players in the squad. So, and you have to have 323s in the starting 11. So we'll be trying to keep the squad fairly young in that sense, but also trying to find some talent somewhere else. Do we try and keep Mabanga? Let's try and keep Mabena. Emergency backup. 300 quid. What's he currently on? Oh, his wages have gone up as well. And Kube can play up front if needs be, I suppose. Yeah, I think we're about to lose a lot of players, and then it's just going to be an absolute scramble to try and find some new stars for the Leopards. So we'll see how we go on. Yes, Tristan, how are you, buddy? Welcome in. Welcome in. I do feel a bit dehydrated today. Difficult building a squad you don't know how long you'll manage for. There's a few to choose from. Yeah, I think that's part of it as well, isn't it? We're just sort of very much looking at what happens, where do we go? I think we presume that we're not going to be here. That seems to be the way to do it. Presume we're not going to be there for much longer, and then off we go. Senale, Zulu, Morocco. I mean, yeah. I also don't want to just literally re-sign all the same players and go, right, that'll do, because I guess it didn't do last year, did it? But then we want to go back and restart again with trying to get squad dynamics and team cohesion and all that stuff with a brand new team. But I guess that's the realistic way of doing it, isn't it? That's what would be happening in the real world, I suppose, really. So yeah, we maybe have to think about it like that. Okay, so goalkeeper's gone out. Substitute goalkeeper's gone out now. Oven ready Lone Stars. Who knows? Maybe. I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see, aren't we? There's already their talk that Mukilemela's release clause could be met, which, if that happens, fine, but at least we'll get some money for it. Not much money, mind. 20 grand's not exactly a lot, is it? To be honest, but we'll see. Dan's in there, 39 months. Yes, Dan. Appreciate you, my friend. Very kind indeed. Oh, look at that. A false 9. A false 9. Let's have a little look at you, shall we? Banani. From the Kazric Stars. Lee Bassian with the follow as well. Thank you, pal. No goals last season. 1 goal in his career. Oh dear. that doesn't really fulfill me with much confidence. It does very much feel like the sort of player we should be signing, though. There was talk about us trying to sign a 34-year-old, so that came up. How's the coaching badges coming along? We did get, we got the we put the request in. They said that it's fine. We can do the first coaching badge. So we're working towards it. Dan and Love, complete wing back on attack. He's a winger. So yeah, we've got something happening. We're slowly getting there. I think possibly go Mahaffey. Oh God, he's got some poor attributes. Like I know we're looking at players with bad attributes because you know they're not very good players, but my word, there are some really poor players here, aren't there? You know, fulfilling the mod contracted objective. Yes, exactly, and I appreciate that. Dan. Yeah, all the players tend to look a little bit rubbish. There is a player lookup function as well, by the way, but it is channel points, so otherwise it just gets into a free for all of check this player, and it slows things down a bit. Roberto Fragali likes big matches. He's got a lack of flair. Good. That's what I like about him. No flair for you, thank you. One goal, not convinced he's good. Well, we don't know what the goal was. Maybe the goal was an overhead kick. So, would that change our mind? Maybe a little bit. Uncombello, top in the league for blocks, top in the league for clearances, 14th for tackles. He doesn't look like he should be much, but quick, decent anticipation, concentration's good, tackling's good, crossing's good, work rate's not brilliant, but 31. I mean, he might be an option actually. This fella. I think that's a bit of experience to come in. Balanced personality. Yeah, go on. Right, in you come. There's the left back. If he doesn't want too much money, that is. 750. What can we get him down to, do you reckon? Harry Bith in with the follow. Very kind. Thank you for that. Right, Damianos cashes in now then. What's it called? Al Aswad. I mean, again, unless these players are free. I mean, they're not free. They're not free. You know? Like, yeah, he's just joined a club in Iraq, so we can. Well, I don't even know if we can scout him because it's going to cost us. Yeah, it's going to end up costing us. So, yeah, we'll shortlist him, but I mean, yeah, I don't necessarily know what we'll be doing with that one. So, get him on the shortlist. Loads of potential. Comes to any team in the world. I mean, I'd be worried about a player who comes to any team in the world. Like, is this someone that you've used in your save? I'm presuming then. and Combello has agreed a deal, so we've got that. So there's a left back. We have a left back now. We've got a left back for next year. Evening, MC, welcome in. Hope you're good. You finally watched the Football Manager Ruin My Life. Behind a paywall? No, it's not behind a paywall at all, surely. You can have it. It's free. It's on YouTube. Evening, Mr. Llama. How are you, sir? Welcome. Hope you're good. It's the one and only Llama, everybody. Can you believe it? He's in, having a great time with us. Always a fun time when Llama's about. How are you, sir? Is life treating you well? You've joined us just as we're about to lose, by the looks of it, 16 players. So it's going to be a complete scramble to try and repackage the squad. So should be fun. Yes, no, that's right. Yes, it's not behind a paywall. So yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it. You know what was bizarre is I find it strange that people are only just discovering the show now, but it's been out for so long. But then I'm sort of going, well, why would people not? Why would people know about it? Like, that's the thing, I guess. I've sort of been like, well, it's been and gone, isn't it? But then everyone else is like, this is brand new, Tony. We've never seen this. Like, oh, okay, cool. So, right, so Montali wants to... Well, he was considering his options. He's not left straight away. We have brought in a goalkeeper, though. Keegan Ritchie, considering his options, hasn't left. No one's come in for him. And we've just brought in a new left back. Lucky Beloy, out of contract. No one's come in for him yet. Andy Reynolds, it's all still very relevant. The PowerPoint slides were top tier. Yeah, I think that's the thing, isn't it? It is definitely relevant. And it's almost, it's not timeless, but it's not particularly time specific, is it? Do you know what I mean? Abdul Al-Azwad Al-Wadi just found this lad randomly played for Chesley Street in 2022. You are? I need more context. Very, very rarely I'm going to ask for this, Scolari, but I need more context. I need more context. Same frustration that then we still have now. Poor Freddie Adu. Yeah, we all miss Freddie Adu. Poor guy. Lucky and Do. 25-year-old reserves. Release. Sanel Zulu. His contract expired. Good in the air. That's sort of... We like that, but is he going to be a striker for us? Acceleration of 7, finishing of 14, 6'2", 32 goals in the reserves last year. So theoretically, he should have some ability. Let's keep up. Let's consider him for now. If you don't feel old, Freddie Adu is now 35. I'm 44, so. It's all well and good Freddie Adu feeling old. Mazzeo, he's two-footed. Consistent, doesn't like big matches. Needs to work on his crossing. He's got good dribbling, he's quick. He's not getting a work permit. Might have to let him go. Lefalala. Wanted by other teams. First touch is Kevin of technical player, good player for the first division. Could be a leading player in this division. Right. I think I almost expected players to just walk out the door, and they haven't. So I'm now sitting back a little bit going, all right, okay. Now what? Now what? Because the players haven't just left straight away. Ramuja will let go. He can leave. Mavundala. Again, I'm tempted just to let him go. I mean, they'll sit on rolling contracts, so that's fine. They're not concerned about that. Kamalo's gone. That's the one that is a concern. So, yeah, and now no one's interested in him apparently. So, great. Right. Okay. Let's go with it. Right. So we'll cut Muntali because he needs a work permit. Are we cutting Lucky Beloy? 34 years old, 800 quid. I say we offer him out. Does the board say anything about age? No, they're not. I don't think they're massively concerned about, unless it's like sort of don't sign players, like don't give long contracts to players over the age of 30 odd. No, nothing at the minute. Make the most of set pieces, that could be interesting. Well, yeah, physically, yeah, he's 34. But mentally, that's the thing, isn't it? You know, he's the club's captain. How am I enjoying the save? Nice change of pace to Grace. Oh, yeah, 100%. I'm really enjoying it. Like, it's very, very... It is very different for me. And in fact, let's let McSwenny go. Yeah, no, it's very different. I've not managed down in South Africa before, Lama, and the same as Greece, so it's taken me a little bit of time to adjust to that, and then be like, okay, well, what do we do now? So that's been the fun bit, learning it, and then yeah, now is a case of like, right, now it's sort of like, okay, let's see what we can do. See what we can come up with. Classes transferable. It's very, very kind of you to say. David Mosden says 6 seasons into Gibraltar, Lincoln Red Imps, the team I took dominance over from my close competitor. Have now filled their team with almost all of my former players. That's build a nation territory. For Gibraltar at that point. So you've got to be happy with that. Gibraltar was very, very popular, wasn't it, when it first came in? And I can see why. Let's have a look at players that are being linked with us in the media. Ronaldo Marman. Who's he wanted by? Moritzburg. Well, they've been promoted. Barocca, Mageshi, Swallows have obviously come down. 800 quid. That's decent. Let's see what they say. Sozibile Dlamini. We don't know anything about him at all. Reserve side. Omega Mdaka. I mean, let's offer these people trials, shall we? See if they're any good. I guess that gives us the option to at least see what they are. Dean Hotto. Maybe not Dean Hotto. Tulani Jingana. Unavailable for loan, but has no contract for anybody, anything. We don't know too much about this fella. But he seems to be wanted by everybody. So I'm half tempted. Actually, you know what? No, I'm not. I'm not going in blind. I'm not going in blind. Do we stick with the same tactics, or will the rebuild based on a tactic you prefer? Well, basically, the tactic will be what will have to fit the players we've got. So if we've not got any players in a certain position, then we probably won't be looking to use that. So say for example, you know, we've got 3 great centre backs, then we might look at the three at the back tactic. But if we're struggling to get 2 good centre backs in, then there's going to be 4 at the back at least. So is Jude feeling a trip south? Job, not Jude. Job. I mean, I do feel bad, but we will probably have to do that thing of looking at the top teams. I know I've already said like tonight, going, I don't really want to do that, and now I'm like, maybe we do have to do that. So, Keegan Johannes, let's get you in on a trial. Do the same as you right now. Inspired with a second division South African club. Can't get roaming playmakers or complete forwards. No, of course you can't. Of course you can't. There's no way you can get roaming playmakers at this level. Well, I say that, I'm sure Trequinho would be listening in and shouting angrily at me and go, yes, of course you can. I mean, you're not going to get roaming playmakers of the level that you probably want or that you're expecting to get, you know. They're not going to be incredible. I should have thought we've just brought a left back in, haven't we? Strikers is what you need. Right, where's the strikers at? Give me a striker and a centre half. Jerome Carelsa, look at that. They don't exist in South Africa, I'm sure. My director of football has just said no. It's reasonable that they would say that, because they don't really know what they're looking for, do they? So there's a lot of players being released. Maduli. Gonna get all these players on a loan, and like no one's gonna be interested in signing other. We know exactly how it works out. You come on trial as well. I'm extremely happy with my 6'6" centre back though. Great from corners. Well, there you go. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Get those defenders on the end of that. I can vouch that Offie fans are distraught losing TJ as their manager. Yeah, I mean, look, Greece was fun. Greece was a lot of fun. I enjoyed Greece, and I think so the thing is, had they not announced that the game was going to be delayed for as long as it was, we'd have just continued. If it was going to come out at the back end of November, we'd have just kept going. But because of the fact that they went, oh yeah, it's going to be out it's not coming out until March, then it was like, right, we might as well do something brand new now and try and go with something a bit different. And yeah, Pentagon's tough. Whether or not we get anywhere near it is going to be very, very. I've got no idea. Whether we'll get anywhere near it, but let's have a try. South African players lack the mental department. That's why you can't find those roles. Well, yeah. I mean, to be fair, if you're looking for a roaming playmaker, it's just not a thing, is it? Like you gotta look to adjust your tactic, or look at what sort of attributes do you need for those sorts of players, and then think around it. Like right, okay, how can you make that happen? But I think it's more about the lines of you just got to change your tactic. All right, we're not going to get an incredible roaming playmaker, so okay, change it up. What do we have instead? It's Botswana, but let's have a little nosy at him, shall we? Because he looks like he might be alright. Right. I'd like somebody somewhere to say, right, here is a striker and he might be okay. Right, can we scouts do anything? Where's my director of football? What have you come up with? Mike Gameda. He was the guy, wasn't it? That was the guy that we had brought. Let's have a look, shall we? Decide Chalk or Decide Shauk, maybe. 29 years old. Did get 15 goals last season, so that's definitely worth looking at. Where's the other striker that we had? That was the old fella. Mabena. No, it wasn't Mabena, was it? Oh, he's listed for loan. Oh, okay, Mr. Mabena. 850 quid. That's a lot of money, isn't it? Let's see if I can get him for free. Marema, that was the guy. Marema, 34 years old. He's still got acceleration of 13, actually. So maybe he's the boy. Current saviour with the Marumo Gallants, Cape Town Spurs, then Orlando Pirates, ended up at St Patrick's in Ireland, now at West Ham. That's quite a ground hop. Let's have a look at Shane Charlena as well, shall we? We did have a look at Kubas Cock, but not really good enough, I don't think. Right, so that's 5 in, and they've all been given green ratings. So that's handy. That's a start. So, and Combello, they like the left back. Personality over shares. Personality. Oh, for Cock. Ah, got you. So And Combello comes in as the left back. Janino Palace, I reckon I know they're saying there that he's playing as close to his full potential. Don't know, there's something about it. I'm thinking, okay, maybe not. Maybe he's got a little bit more in him. And he's a leader as well, which is good. Cabello's got a bit of something about him as well. Good decision making, good determination. He can pass a ball. Yeah, he's got a bit of leadership, loads of fitness. Something that was really letting us down last season was stamina, strength, anticipation, decision making, aggression. We were lacking a lot of that. Luana is a right back. Whether he's better than what we've already got, we don't know. Maybe. We've brought him anyway. Bongo Luana. And then Luda, the goalkeeper there, who looks very much like he's having a great time. So, okay, so we can't get those players on trial, not a problem. So how's the tactic look now then with the new players in? So Luda would go in for Montali, and Kube is going to go in at right wing. Janino Palace goes in for... I think it's going to have to be like this. I think it's going to have to go... where are we? Who have I just signed? Cabello might have to be the DLP, to be honest, because he's got vision. He's got vision and passing, whereas Palace hasn't. Actually, maybe he has. Maybe he has. And Kube maybe not playing there on the right side. Oh, we could put Masadi there. We could put Nkube up front, couldn't we? Where's he gone? What's a DLF possibly? St. Pat's were insane. Somehow they got them into the Europa quarterfinals. That's pretty good. That's very good, actually. Yeah. Right, Luana on the right back and Combello. Oh, and Combello plays left and right back. Excellent. Right, so that's what we're looking like so far then, from into this season. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. What positions do we think we need to strengthen? Centre back and centre forward, mate. That's what we need. In fact, I'm actually slightly more content than I was. I mean, I say that now, obviously wait until we actually get into the games and then we realise that everything's all over the place and we're not actually any good at all. Vicky McQuarna, probably not good enough, really. Vincent Sithole, potential. Decision making looks reasonable. Marking looks reasonable. Jumping reach not great. Could potentially be very quick. Okay. Vincent's an interesting one then. Cassius Spangel. Cassius Spangel. What a name. Good jumping reach. Good marking. Good positioning. 23 years old. Likes big matches. Good in the air. Might be the guy to replace Kamalo then. Leka Lakala. Also the same. Good heading, good tackling. Jumping reach looks fine. Anticipation could be good. 6'3". Dooley. Looks reasonable. Sasane. Right, they're saying he could be good, which means he's going to be expensive. Carell say, yes, Musterman. How are you, sir? Welcome in. Hope you're good. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope life's treating you well. Nice big shout out for Musterman, of course. If you're not following his content, what are you doing with yourselves? This man knows exactly what it's all about. Jerome Carelza could become a leading Premiership striker, so he could be someone we need to look at. But again, could end up costing us a fair bit of money. Same as Schauk. Mohame. Again, I reckon he's going to be expensive. We can always ask though. Saralina. He doesn't look... Does he look very good? He doesn't really, does he? Leading first division player, but... Mike Gameda. He was scoring goals last year. 21 in 30 for Milford. That's very good. Good Premiership player. Lacks determination though. Apparently dreads big matches. And then it's the big man. Puleng Marema. How many goals did he get? 10 in 28 last season for Polokwane. Still a decent Premiership player. Enjoys big matches. 34 years young. Basically, you need to buy every game in order to transfer your saves and build them. Marema is legitimately a GOAT. I think he was your pick, wasn't he, Musterman, last week? He's got acceleration of 13 and he's 34. He's got good composure. He's got good finishing. He's got off the balls. Would you play right? Do we just put him? Does he go out as the number 9? Does we stick him up top and let him just score everything? Even in Phil, how are you, sir? Welcome in. He's a player I know who exists. Which is more than we can say for any other player. I mean, sometimes that's enough, isn't it? We are ever so slightly over the wage budget, so we may have to allow certain players to leave, like Lucky Beloy, for example. He wants 1,100 quid. That's a lot of money. We might not be able to do that. Looking forward to starting playing the game again. Surely anyone could do a better job than Russell Martin at Southampton. Yeah. I mean, there's plenty of other managers that are doing bad as well, though. Loads of bad managers at the minute, but yeah, Russell Martin's not doing a good job. If Blythe have to drop down the leagues, do you think you'll do a future save with them? No. If they drop down again, no. Like I need to get I've got the current save that I need to do a bit more work on. It is in the background, and I've sort of gone back to playing it a little bit. But yeah, if they drop out of the playable database, then no, I won't do Spartans. Just simply because of the fact that it'll take too long to get them back up, and I don't really want to. I don't like playing with sort of like databases that you can't really, you don't know whether or not they're going to work years in the future or not. It is very, very sad to see, and it was always going to happen. It felt like there was an air of inevitability about it when the new owner took over. So yeah, right, let's try and get Maremma in then, shall we? See what he fancies, and I'm going to put a bit in for Karelsa as well. That'll be 2 strikers. And then we need to try and work out a centre back, and we'll be way over in terms of our budget, which means we're then just going to have to start releasing people and saying I'm really sorry. Have you got scouts looking at other African nations? Not yet, primarily because of the fact that the scouts, I have one. So I've got 1 scout at the minute, and I'm only allowed to have, I can have 3 foreign players in the matchday squad, and I can have 5 foreign players in the squad overall. So at the minute, I'm trying to keep the squad as South African as I can, partly because of the fact that I don't know where I'm going to be at the end of next season or the season after. So I'm trying to not think too far ahead, because at any moment in time I could still down tools and move somewhere else. So I don't want to get too sort of like stuck into going, right, yeah, these guys are doing a good job. Right, we can't bring Mabena in just yet. And also it looks like Karelsa might go somewhere else. TS Galaxy are in for them with a Premiership side. So I think he might leave. Evie Alexander, how are you, sir? Welcome in. From your experience, it was difficult getting players from other leagues within the South African Championship. Yeah, I imagine it will be. There's certainly, I mean, it's not the most prestigious league in the world, is it? So yeah, we'll have to see what we can do. Interested to find out when the season starts. So the season starts in August. I'm sure the staff responsibilities will be set for arranging friendlies. Backroom staff arrange friendly matches. Yeah, that's fine. Maremma's coming in. Okay, he's in. The goat is here. Okay, all rise for Pulang Maremma. Let's see if he can fire us to the playoff, shall we? There's some affordable players at Generation Foot. There definitely is. Generation Foot are an absolute cheat code in the game, to be honest. Led out Sam, welcome in. Appreciate the follow. Very kind. Yeah, we basically we used them quite a lot, you know, in Greece, and we got a couple of absolutely brilliant players from them. So we're very much aware of Generation Foot. Started new stave as Swindon Town used the transfer embargo. Nice work. Okay, so press conference from Arema. Come on, give us some games. I want to get some games. I'm trying to speed through some of these transfer windows. We used to take a long time. They used to be like two streams long. Carell's has signed as well. 2 strikers. Oof. Right, now we've got goals in our team. Right, and he's got a buyout clause as well. So, what's the situation with finances? Let's start to slide some of that money back across so that there's more money in the wage budget. We're still overspending. Keegan Ritchie can leave. He's going to have to go. Let's release Keegan Ritchie. Lucky Beloy's going to have to go as well, sadly. Save that 800 quid. Sanel Zulu can go. Yes, Mike, how are we, sir? Hope you're good. Pleasure to see you as always. Welcome in to Mr. Sweet Left Foot. What's happening, my friend? Life treating you well? I'd imagine life will treat you very, very well. Welcome in to Mike. Hope life is good. Yeah, the CEO of Full Time Prints as well. Remember them? Yeah, we remember Full Time Prints. All good. Life isn't bad. Busy, but not bad. Busy's good. Busy's good. Where's that drilled hole? She's on the sofa watching the telly. That's a joke about my wife. I shouldn't have said that. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. I'm sure she'll find it funny eventually. Yeah, I'll get something just thrown through the door in a second. Again, there's out of context. Out of context, TJ up and running one more time. Oh, she's on the sofa watching Twitch. Maybe dodgy. Maybe she is. I don't know. It's possible. Oh, how are you doing, though, pal? Are you well? It's nice to see you. Right, this Mbena's an absolute desperate player to get in. So, with the kids, I hope not. The kids should be asleep. If the stream suddenly disappears, we know why. Yeah, if I'm in trouble again, you know, it's just active recruitment focus. Centre back, please. Top priority. Right. So yeah, so let's work out where's our. At some point, it'll scan through into season 2, and I can save it, and it'll be like, oh, there you go. There's the new actual save file. Ronaldo Marmon, who's going in for him. Barocca. Looks pretty decent, actually. Dalmini looks fairly good as well. I'll get bum sex on my birthday again. Well, who knows? Who knows? We'll have to see. 45 is a special one, so. That was bad even in context. Yeah, I guess you're right, Matt. I guess you're right. There's got to be a point where even you lot are like, no, TJ, just no. Just no. Right, so in terms of players in then, what have we done? So we start from, well, this summer here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players in. 8 players in, a fair few out. Even Chris, how are you, buddy? Welcome in. He fell down a rabbit hole after watching TJ content of the stand-up show. Oh, cool. Yeah, there's quite a few bits and pieces floating about. You got to go looking for it. It's not easily signposted. Because, you know, why would you make your content easy to find? What I like to do is I like to make people feel like they earn it, and they can sort of be right, yeah, you know, yeah. We really went looking for that sort of thing. Barton's just in. Welcome. What have you missed so far? Not a great deal, to be honest. Barton, we've signed a few players. I think the squad might be all right. So we've got to see what happens when we get some matches, and then we'll be able to tell for definite whether it's worked or not. So fingers crossed. Great assist by Bobby Madley. Oh God, yeah, the whole fans would have you believe that was the situation, wouldn't you? But he's not even in the way. Like, he's more in the way when there's against like one of our players earlier on in the match. So it's all a bit silly, and they just need to calm down a bit. Aim for the new season. Well, oh, look at that. 4th. I think we've improved. A bit. Mid-table, apparently. That's what they're expecting. And then reach the cup proper. So, but yeah, we're expected to be battling for 4th now. So that. Oh, 5-1 as well. They're saying that they're saying we're in with a shout, a proper shout. Yes, FM console. How are you, buddy? Nice to see you. Super Reggie is great. We love Reggie. I'll be honest, I knew very little about him. Very little about him at all prior to him joining Sunderland, and now I'm like, yeah, he's brilliant. He's great. Chris Meffham's been fantastic as well, by the way. He's been superb. So he's definitely doing good things. Is this the first job? Yes, it is. This is the first job. So we'll see how well it's out. That's now our second season as well. So we were expected to finish 11th the last season. We finished 7th. So we're now expected to finish 4th. Who knows? Where we're going to end up? £100,000 for TV money. Oh my word, they're spoiling us. Outside shot of a title run is what I've heard. Zeep's down there. He's telling everyone that's exactly what it is. You're not going to believe it. There's a title run down there. Maybe it is. But we've got to downplay it for a little bit, haven't we? Get my banner in and promotions are. I mean, well, in a sense, but we don't know where he's going to play. That's the problem. So, I mean, I've already got Maloko's going to have to start moving back. And he got loads of goals for us last season. So, how many did he get? 12 and 28. TJ, and TJ is Chris Barry. Wow, okay. What, from the Brit-ass Empire fame and Red Dwarf? I love the way I went with the British Empire first of all, as if that was, oh yeah, well, from the British Empire. Jealous you all seem to support decent teams like to watch Huddersfield. Yeah, I mean, it's very rare that people say that Sunderland is a decent team, so. But yes. Jerome Carelsa, we could put as the. Make him a poacher. Then we got double attackers. Yeah, centre backs is what we need now. Sanudi is our. Well, Mabata, he's not quick, but for a 16-year-old, he's definitely got potential. You see in there, his mentals are pretty good. His balance is fine, his fitness is fine, his jumping reach is okay, determination, aggression, teamwork. Does have acceleration of 7 though. So I do need to sign a centre back. YouTube autoplayed a British Empire on the back of watching a stand-up show. That's interesting. I would never have put those two things together, but if that's what they want to do, then let them do it. Do we go for Cecina? His jumping reach isn't particularly good, is it? But they're saying he could be a good Premier Division player. Was the British Empire considered good? I don't think it was, you know. I don't think so. Give me 2 seconds, I'm just going to the toilet. Let's see what we got here then. So try and work out what centre half we want. Saralina's 5'9", Sasane is 6'1". Sasane is better at defending, but Saralina better mentally, better in the air, better technically, better going forward. Not quite as quick though. His marking's a bit better. It's negligible really though. Tackling's not as good. Decision making's not too much different. More of a leader. I mean, there's not a great deal in it really, is there? A bit better stamina, a bit better jumping reach. It's just a bit. We're not getting much more of a better player, are we? Both 2-footed, so there is that. Sasane likes big matches though, and Saralina doesn't. And he could become a good Premier Division player, apparently, according to the scouts and the coaches, but they could be wrong. What about Cassius? Spandiel, better in the air, better defending. 6'4", you'd expect him to be good, wouldn't you? Marking's good, heading's a little bit better, tackling's a little bit better, a bit more of a leader, better concentration, better jumping reach. not as quick. Again, 2-footed. Good Premier Division player, likes big matches, good in the air. I mean, Cassius isn't bad, to be honest. I guess if we can't get... So let's cancel him because we're not going to go for him. We're not going for him either. So we can cancel that. Yeah, like a lot of older sitcom stuff, like you say, doesn't really sort of like... It's dated, isn't it? Some of Partridge is dated. Like, even bits of The Office is dated when you think about it. Red Dwarf still holds up. Yeah, in parts. In parts, there's bits of bottom that still hold up, but then there's bits of bottom that just look really out of date as well. Blackadder, again, you know, looks great, but also doesn't. There's... Yeah. They're all a lot of them are very much of their time. But that's not to say that they're not fantastic. You know, the problem is you then got things like Faulty Towers, for example, or I mean, you know, everyone seems to love Only Fools and Horses. I can't get away with it personally. You know, I look at that and just go, nah, not for me. But some people think it's brilliant, and I'm like, no. Friends is dated in parts. You know, don't be a plonker. No, honestly, like Only Fools and Horses is dreadful. It's so bad. Rank these three: Porridge, The Good Life, Some Mothers Do Have 'Em. Oh, Llama. Oh, that's tough. That's tough because they are all very good, aren't they? You might have that in the order, to be honest, but I quite like The Good Life. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think you've actually got it in the right order. Porridge, The Good Life, Some Others Do Have 'Em. Yeah, I'd say it's probably that. I'm starting to think Open All Hours was carried a bit by Ronnie Barker. Open All Hours was all right. Yeah. What about Keeping Up Appearances? Are You Being Served? Are You Being Served was fine. Yeah. Bottom was just genius. Absolutely genius. Do you like The Good Life or do you like Felicity Kendall? It was Felicity Kendall, to be honest, really. Like, Felicity Kendall and a set of marigolds. Oh yes, please. They did things to a young lad. You know. But that's what it's for, isn't it? It's part of adolescence, part of growing up. Seinfeld, yeah, Seinfeld's alright. Seinfeld's good. Never got on with Keeping Up Appearances. I mean, yeah, it was fine. It was fine. There's a lot of the stuff now that when you look back on, you go, yeah, it was fine. And I think I would say that there's very few bits you can look back on and go, that was still class. Like, Blackadder is still good. Blackadder is still very, very good. Bottom's still very good. The Young Ones are still very, very good. I mean, the thing is, some people would look at men behaving badly and think that's still good, but that does not hold up well, presumably. Father Ted holds up, yes. Apart from, obviously, yeah, as you say, the people in it. Canned laughter is the worst. I agree with there, Veggie. Canned laughter is awful. As someone who, you know, used to work in comedy, yeah, it's just it's a horror show. Don't put canned laughter anywhere. You don't think you were born when these came out? Liv, I mean, what would your sitcoms be? Liv, you'd be like what? I guess Friends would probably be yours, wouldn't it? Maybe not even that. You were born in 1997. Oh, okay. Yeah, in that case, yeah, you might not. Peep Show holds up well. Yeah, I guess so. Peep Show's not that old, really, though, is it? But it is. But Spaced, I suppose, maybe as well. Dad's Army. Dad's Army was alright, I suppose, wasn't it? How I Met Your Mother or Scrubs. I mean, that's, yeah. Imagine that being your the sitcoms you grew up with was Scrubs. Hello again. Hello is that there's a lot going on in Hello, which is well put together. But they're all very much of a vibe, aren't they? Fawlty Towers is fine. Hello has not aged well. It hasn't aged well, no. But I think it was out of date at the time. What about Heidi High? That looks very, very old. Great program though. Really, really good. Oh, it's through Karelza. I know it's pre-season, but we have to double check to see what these strikers are getting up to. Last of the Summer Wine is an absolute classic console, isn't it? Marema takes the knock. Karelza sticks it through. Only Fools and Horses still works. Only because of the fact that there are people that still think like that. I think, like, for me, yeah, I can't get away with Only Fools and Horses personally. It's just one of those. I think my issue with Only Fools and Horses is not that it's that bad. It's not the worst program ever made, right? But it's not the greatest comedy of all time. And the people who love Only Fools and Horses fucking love Only Fools and Horses. Like, and it's like, if you say anything against it, then they hate you for it. Like people who like Only Fools and Horses like James Bond films. I think that's definitely a crossover. They like Only Fools and Horses, they like James Bond films, and they like Formula One. And I think they probably like all three. I don't think it's one or the other. And as I say, like, it's just like no, it's they're like Oasis. No, I don't think they do. I don't think they do like Oasis, because I know a lot of sort of older generation who probably wouldn't want that. I think it's a Little Bruin ruined a lot of British comedy for the period. Yeah, British. Little Britain was a bit, again, was of its time. And what else were we talking about? Bo Selector, again, very much of its time. Even Quarantine Cyclist, I've joined a controversial moment. I've never gone with Only Fools and Horses either. Nowhere near David Jason's best work. I mean, let's not talk about David Jason's work as to what he has or has not done. Has definitely done, allegedly. Only for also some great sketches, but just in parts, not full episodes. Yeah, nah. Look, I mean, again, each to their own. But for me, I never got on board with it. Maybe I'm just too northern. You can't stand 2 of the 3 that I've just said. I need more. I need more context, Lee. If I gave you 3, I'm not even sure which one you were referring to. David Jason's best word was a touch of frost. I mean, well, again, let's maybe keep David Jason and what he's done out of conversation, shall we? Just read between the lines, chat. You don't know who any of these people are in these shows. Yeah, definitely before your time. Liv. Is he the next Al-Fayed? Yes. There's been a lot. Didn't know there was any controversy. I mean, oh, hey, come on. There's a lot of, yeah. Alvida St. Pet for the Northerners. And you know what? I never bothered with Alvida St. Pet. I never got it. You know? Again, like people up north absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. But I don't think I understood it at the time. And I've not gone back to rewatch it. So I can't really say I know all of it. Good ball through. Carell's like, I think that Alvida St. Pet was the royal family. Like, again, Scousers love the royal family and they love bread. People from the northeast love Alvida St. Pet. People from London love Only Fools and Horses. Am I old enough? I'm 44. Definitely old enough, Steve. Spender was better. Maybe. I tell you what, give me a bit of Lovejoy. I'll have a creepy antiques dealer. Thank you very much. Ramsey Nesbitt was for the Ouija's. Alexi Sale was great. I saw Alexi Sale do stand up a good few years back, and it was like, yeah, perfect. Tony saying stuff that makes people hate him. I've never encountered this before. Oh, honestly, Jason, I can stir the pot with the best of them. Scotland love Still Game. Yes. Yeah. Still Game is good. Met the guy from the royal family things. I didn't know who he was. That's the best way though, isn't it? If you don't know who they are. Ian McShane's a vampire, he barely ages. Yeah, he doesn't age at all, does he? Those piercing eyes of his. Genuinely upsetting every time you learn you're over 40, you barely look over 30. Oh, Muster man, you're very kind. Honestly, mate, the amount of grey here, you know. There's no way that's not over 40. Alvida St. came out 41 years ago. Ah, okay. See, so maybe why I wasn't fully versed on it, to be honest then. As I say, I've never gone back to rewatch it, so that might explain a bit. I'm older than Llama. Yeah, I'm one of the older ones. That's the problem. Thoughts on Filthy Rich and Cat Flap? You what? Is that Filthy Rich? Is that the not the Fast Show? Harry Enfield. Masadi, great cross. Marema with the header. Ooh. Rick and Aid between the young ones at bottom. Filthy Rich was something alongside the comic strip. Ah, okay. Console now looks a little less homeless after having a haircut. That YouTube money's starting to pay off now, isn't it? Console, yeah. Couple of viral videos, and all of a sudden you're getting haircuts. I think there's loads of money. That's right. That's right. Yes, I am. Great finish. Nearly 100 subs, way off watch hours mind. Yeah. You'll get it, mate. You'll get it. Probably in a few weeks, I'd imagine. Those watch hours will fly up. The content's good. People will sit and watch the whole thing. What you need to do is you need to put a stand-up special on there, and then lets people watch a lot more. That definitely helps for the hours. Oh. Oof. Set nudie, and let's get a little look at defender for 5 minutes, possibly. Oh, Marema. Yeah, title the video of FM25 match footage. Yeah, see who clicks that. Still enjoying the Fast show. Harry Enfield show didn't age as well. Yeah, sketch stuff. It's either absolutely perfect or sort of day, isn't it? And I don't think there's two. I think it's one or the other. Julio Jodio gets me every time. Stuff that just sticks. Isn't it? There's stuff that just sticks. Tony's next comedy teaching session will be filled with FM creators wanting to write a stand-up special. Possibly, we could do that. We could do that as a thing. Yeah, more comedy teaching tomorrow. Did try Future of FM for a few days while I worked it out. Netflix Gamblers I picked up. I do love my thumbnail. It was very nice. It was very, very nice indeed. Thought it looked lovely. Just Googled Felicity Kendall, 78. Where does the time go? Felicity Kendall, 78. In a sense, I think she was about 50 when... No, she mustn't have been. Must have been younger than that, Tony. Come on. Do the simple maths, Tony. Felicity Kendall's got like those Helen Mirren vibes, hasn't she? Like... Do you know what I mean? I don't want to objectify her, because, you know... Far from it. Far from me to consider that, but... But yeah, there's a couple. There's like, you know, your Mirrens and your Kendalls and your what's she called? I forgot her name now. Oh yeah, your Lumleys. Oh yeah, damn right, your Lumleys. Yeah, I was thinking more about what's she called? Meryl, your Streeps. Felicity Kendall was 31 when The Good Life started. I mean, yeah, that would make sense now, wouldn't it? Howard Kendall. yeah. No, the mint cake, Kendall mint cake. That's what I go for. Sugary tree, it does things to a man. Mark says, on YouTube, my Jordanian adventure ended with a few trophies, got turned down by numerous jobs from the J League to Uzbekistan top division. Somehow I've ended up at Al Ittihad after 4 months unemployed. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Mark. I'm sorry you've ended up in Saudi Arabia. If I was you, I'd just resign and just walk away. Diana Rigg from the Avengers, Chris Rigg from Sunderland. That's what. Julia Sawala. Good shout. Oh yeah, you know what? Yeah, there's a lot of things I would rather do than manage in Saudi Arabia. Poke my own eyes out would be the first thing I'd rather do. So, yeah, not something we'll be doing around here. Doc Cotton. I'd rather do Doc Cotton than managing Saudi Arabia. It is a heart emote. It's a purple heart. It looks fine. Diana Rigg was my university chancellor. Ooh. There you go. Ours was I forgot, my brain's not having it at all. It is Lord Putnam was our university chancellor, director of Chariots of Fire. I'd rather do Doc Cotton. That's the next video title. Yeah. I had Patrick Stewart at Huddersfield Uni. I was about to say Patrick Stewart. That's where I started my PGCE was Huddersfield. Then completed it at Bedfordshire. TJ in the thumbnail with the YouTube surprise face. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Mark, it's disgusting. I can't approve. But I'm glad you're having fun. It's all well and good having all that money, but you can't buy anybody decent. And nobody wants to go and play in Sunday League football. The Mefeni Home Defenders. That's quite the team name there, isn't it? Here we go, Corralza. Luana puts it in. Marema can't quite get the header. That's fine. Straight back to the goalkeeper. Umbilicus, how are you, buddy? How's things? Asking how the transfers are going. Fine in a minute. Fine. Great ball through. There's Marema. Yeah, we might have bought some strikers. And that's going to help us. That is going to help us exponentially. Great ball from our new right back, Luana, into Marema. He knows where the goal is. There's Ramuja. That's our player, isn't it? Our old player. Yeah. Managing the second tier of Indonesia is also a special kind of hell. Second division's a bit tough. First division's nice though. Oh, hang on. Problems. Yeah. It did seem like there was a problem waiting to happen there, didn't it? Yeah, everyone goes inside, and then it's like, oh, we'll just have all this space here, shall we? We'll play with this space. Oof. So is this the new thing then? Do they just aim the ball at the edge of the area now, do they? For the corners. I see that in both games now. Luana goes down, no penalty apparently. Mohamed back inside. Baffy. Mukimela. Oh, giving away. Silly goal to concede. Ramuja really trying to sort of tell us whether or not we shouldn't have sold him. Mega Shamwari, quick question. Do you start this challenge as a Sunday League football with no badges? I'm asking because I want to try it out. Yes, you do. You have to start as unemployed, no badges, no experience, you can adjust your attributes, so you end up with a few spare attributes. We put all of ours into adaptability, and we also used attacking. I thought maybe set pieces or tactics would have been better, but the chat wanted attacking, so we went with attacking. Are we playing the workplace football team of some kind of CCTV company? Possibly. I mean, the stadium certainly looks like that, doesn't it? Hope the Leopards are chewing and tearing it up. They aren't purring. Maybe not in this match, but they were good in the last match. We've only had, well, we were fine. Then we had a little bit of a blip where we let 3 goals in very quickly. Yeah, these corners, the edge of the area, seem to be a thing now. So is this the new setup, is it? I've not seen this at all. And then the last 2 matches, both teams have just swung corners to the edge of the area. Evening, Mr. Owens. How are we, buddy? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, Invaders. How's life? Welcome to the Pentagon Challenge, Season 2. Don't be alarmed by the score. It's just pre-season. It doesn't really matter. But, yeah. Hope everyone's well. How's the stream, Rich? How's life in... Where are you at the minute? That's a good question. Where are you these days? What's your team doing? Need to find this information out, don't I? Let's put Matsuko in there. All right, Porto trying to beat Benfica to a Champions League. Yeah, we like that. Little bit of rivalry. That's good. Best corner I've seen in FM was a Beckham Scholes combo with a volley from outside the area. Nice. I haven't seen that myself. I don't think I have anyway. Pretty sure I haven't. I think if I had seen it, I'd probably be like, I'd have clipped it and just played on a constant loop. Yeah, this is not the performance tonight. We're not having a great time. But this is why we go through pre-season, right? Rich Owens went invincible in the league last season. Okay. Sold 180, presumably £1 million worth of players. In the summer, balanced the books. Now can't find a good defensive midfielder who isn't £200 million. That doesn't seem fair, does it? That doesn't seem fair somewhat. That seems a little bit like FM's done you a dirty there. And Kube does well here, gets to the byline. Heads up. There's Carell, said, taps it home. 4-3. Nearly. Should say, by the way, as well, Raiders, if you've just come in and you don't listen to the FM show on a Thursday, why the devil not? Why do you not do that? You should. Get it in your ears and in your eyes if you watch on YouTube, that is. Yeah. Listen to the FM show. See, Rich knows. Rich listens to the FM show. I thought that looked like a handball, but you know, That's FMT saying it. It is. Yeah. You know what? And they've been saying it under their breath for a while. But do we have a new episode tomorrow, Rich? Is that the plan? Because there was no network save today, was there? So, Man on the Poacher and Bear. Yeah, probably. But I mean, it's a friendly, so it doesn't really. It's not really a concern in the grand scheme of things. Where are these team from? Yeah, right, non-league. So, listen to the FM show is good advice in any given scenario. Any given scenario. Yeah, like during the middle of an atrocity, you know, the 4-minute warning happens. The advice is, you know what you should do? You should listen to the FM show for 4 minutes. We do have an episode and it's quite nice. Excellent. Look forward to listening to it then. Except the one with me, because you'll know FM 24 was delayed. Yeah, I mean that would be, yeah, don't listen to that one. If there's an episode you go, right, okay, we've not got long left before, you know, the end of days, probably don't listen to the one that says that FM25 is delayed, because you'll get angry about it. Be like, oh god, it is definitely delayed again, isn't it? Yeah, that's right. Yes, they are. Yeah, it's definitely delayed. You know, some people will get very angry about that, so maybe don't listen to that one. They've taken the Barclays man concept and applied it to FM. That could work. So have you got like, so is it essentially a sort of like a, I suppose like the most, it's like the most FM players ever, yeah? Can I get FM24 for a good price? I don't know. Probably. It was free on Epic a couple of weeks ago. I know that doesn't really help you now, but yeah, I think it's probably still reasonably priced. I don't think it's expensive now. Star player. I'm not sure he deserves star player rating. Oof, 2.8 grand. No, thank you. Bump the price up after the delay. Oh god. Oh, don't start. No, don't start with that conspiracy theory possibilities, because you know there'll be some people sat there going, yeah, that's exactly what's happened. You know, and Miles has done it just so he can make more money. Some people will think that. Need to try and compare these two again. Important player who can improve still. Right, we'll go with Cezanne. It might be the wrong one, but we'll go with it. 400 quid, that'll do. Can't have a business making money. That's outrageous. Exactly. Disgusting behaviour, isn't it? It's not how the world works. People will complain about things that they don't know until they go, actually, I want to complain about this now, thank you. And then they go, then that's just them, innit? It becomes their thing. Jason on YouTube says Trips and Falls Over should listen to the FM show more. Yeah, exactly. It's 100% it. You know, turn up to the doctors, get bad news. What I will say is, if you listen to the FM show, it might take your mind off it a little bit. Well, I think you'll find there's bad news and irrelevant news. There is no good news. Turns out the chalkboard was the cornerstone of the whole game. Removing it caused it all to collapse. Yeah. There we go. The Wunderler. Back post. Yeah, if you're applying logic to anything console, then yeah, me and you can't be friends. I'm prescribing you a month of Patreon. A Patreon, of course, Luffy. How foolish of me to not remember. There is a Patreon. You support the FM show for as little as £3 a month, or even have a 7-day free trial, believe it or not. And in that time, you can get to listen to me and Sai and Aaron and Llama doing a pub quiz about Dr. Joseph Venglos. So, and where else could you find that? Nowhere other than Patreon. Me and Second Yellow Card watching Goal 3, Patreon. Me and FM Girl Alice watching Shaolin Soccer, Patreon. This week with Muno streams talking about football shirts, Patreon. In spite of that, you should still sign the Patreon. Yeah, Llama's right. Despite all those things there, still feel free to have a look at it. If the FM show cured Joe Rogan of anything, I'm boycotting it. FM show can't cure anything. Legally, we are not the cure to anything. We are merely a placebo. And Joe Rogan needs curing of a few things, and I don't think the FM show can do it. Pub quiz with Llama on your team is a guaranteed win. See, Muster Man knows. Also, as well, next time you see Muster Man on the FM show, there'll be a Patreon with him as well. So, in fact, there was one. Wasn't there? Did we do a Patreon with you before Muster Man? Can't remember. Maybe you've just had public appearances. I think you might have had I don't know. We did Patreon separately. That was the first one, wasn't it? And then we did the Money Ball. Yeah, we did the Patreon about your skin first of all, in game, not like about he's got a terrible rash, so I thought we'd have to talk about it, and we had to put it behind a paywall. And it's the FM dermatology show, which is really, really niche. And then we did Moneyball, didn't we? On the main page. Patreon sounds like a place where you want me to pay to watch a film I've never watched myself. Where do I sign up? Patreon.com/the FM show pod, the Arsenal. So Goal 3 is the worst film of all time. That's why I'm going to say it. It's the worst film of all time. myself and Second Yellow Card, we're not even convinced we've watched Goal 3. We think we've seen 3 different films at the same time. None of it seemed to make any sense. None of it. Worst movie ever. Dan could be right. Shaolin Soccer was fun though. Oh, what a finish that is. Luana, great hit from the right back. I will sit through Goal 3 before I rewatch Bridget Jones 3. Rewatch Bridget Jones? You've seen Bridget Jones 3? I haven't managed to see Bridget Jones 3. I've managed to get away without that, so I'm doing alright so far. It's awful as the first 2 is all about Santiago, and he's moved. And he has a B notting role in third. Oh yeah, he's got a very, very... Yeah, I don't know what he is in the third film. I have a Mrs. Lama, she makes some of my viewing choices. Oh, fair. Lama's still bitter about Renee. Well, is Zellweger not in the third one? Is she not? She must be, surely, because that's the whole thing. Unless he's bitter about the fact that it's Renee Zellweger and not Felicity Kendall. Or Ruth Maddox. He liked Jeremy Maguire and he found out he hates her. Oh dear. Worst bit of Bridget Jones when Poi from Show Me on CBeebies starts leading the cast-in song. They're all locked in a Thai prison. It's burnt into my retinas. Right, okay. That's... You know what's weird? I get that reference. That's a reference I get. But if you'd have told me that it was, I don't know, anybody on Strictly Come Dancing, I wouldn't know who they are. But I do know Show Me. Because of course I do, because, children. If there was a CBeebies version of Bridget Jones, that would be interesting. The bedtime story would just be like just them crying, wouldn't it? Dear Diary. Show Me was not expected to be reminded of tonight. No. I tell you, you know what? If we're going to talk about kids' TV shows, do you know who can fuck off? Topsy and Tim. Yeah, I'm not having it. Just they're just smug, middle class. Get everything they want. Parents probably just like, oh, you know what, yeah, we work as solicitors and nah. I'm not a violent man, but I can smack the dad in Topsy and Tim. Yeah, 100% llama. Where's one of those jumpers that have got the zip on, just like a zip up top, like a woolly one. Probably wears walking boots all the time. Who calls their kid Topsy? Yeah, exactly. Oh, the Night Garden's great. I'm not having you dismissing the Night Garden at all. Macca Packer's my boy. I'm all about Macca Packer. Are we chipping in? Are we willing to chip on the whip around to rent a llama for a llama? Yes, we are. Who called their kid Tim? It's a good question as well. Actually, Bing is a dick as well. Bing is proper self-entitled. Bing needs a good kicking, to be honest. But have you read there's loads of like fan fiction? It probably says more about me than it does about anyone else. There's loads of fan fiction and fan theory as to like what Bing is and like what the universe that they live in is. Because apparently Flop apparently in one theory is his carer and he's in foster care. So it's like, if that's the situation, that's really nice, you know, to cover that. But also, Bing's a bellend. So, I just want to headbutt him. I'm really sorry. I feel as though a headbutt would be appropriate for Bing. His voice is by Mark Riley. Who's that? When I was homeless, I slept near a child in the night garden ride. Yes, I piggle every 20 minutes to the night. Mate, you don't want that. Like, obviously the homeless bit you don't want either, but the piggle bit, you definitely don't want that. That would drive you mad. I also had the family in Waffle. Oh, Waffle the Wonder Dog. It's just right. It's a dog, right? All dogs are crap anyway. And don't go going about a wonder dog, right? It's not even that good a dog. Mark Riley's clearly lots of debts going to Bing. Well, is it a bit like actually no, oh, Mark Riley is the guy from Shameless, isn't it? Is that right? I'm sure that's the one. He's Flop. I think it is. Brian Griffin is the exception that all dogs are awful. But isn't that a cartoon though? So I suppose that says a lot about dogs, doesn't it? That the best dog is a cartoon. Scooby-Doo. How much would you have to drink to sit down and Google Bing fan fiction? I mean, well, surprisingly, not as much as you'd expect, right? This is all going to better stop using my dog to sell things. Yes, you should. Absolutely. Stop it. Make it stop. Yeah. It might seem all cute and acceptable for you, Mike, but there's a big world out there that aren't dog people. And you know what? People who want like only fools and horses, they have dogs. I reckon that the again, I think most people who watch Only Fools and Horses, I bet they've got dogs. I bet they have. Can I take you're a massive Paw Patrol fan? I don't mind Paw Patrol actually. Rubble's my favourite for that one because, you know, always on the double. I'm not like I can't be mad at Paw Patrol because that's just part of the show, isn't it? Like, you know, like they're so, you know, they're dogs that are trying to do something with their lives, not just slobbering around and, you know, being and then having their owners tell me, oh, you know, they're probably fine. Like, sorry. You know, no one's ever said Paw Patrol, oh, you know what, like, oh, you know, just my Paw Patrol's nice. Like, nah. Just leave it be, right? It's a double insult. I love Del Boy and I have two dogs. I've really upset him somehow. Honestly, honestly, the amount of times that people get really angry at me because I say I don't like dogs, it's just like, yeah, like, deal with it. Hey Dougie and Bluey are great. See, I have to say that the console's right. What I don't like is real dogs. What I'm fine with is cartoon dogs, because Bluey and Dougie are the greatest. Absolute greatest. Dogs trying to do something with their lives is my new favourite line. Yeah, again, there's a lot of things I say, isn't it? Eddie from Frasier had some personality. I can't say I remember that. Wishbone what? I don't really. I'm aware that we did mention Bouncer briefly as well. Bouncer's fine. Bluey's dad is who we all aspire to be. Yeah, he gets it. The Stick song still gives you nightmares. Honestly, the Stick song's a banger. I reckon if I was in a nightclub and the Stick song came on, I'd probably lose my mind. I'd be like, this is the best night ever. I love the fact that Idols covered it as well. I think the music's gone very laid back tonight, hasn't it? Just like, oh, it's all gone. You want to hear Big Red Car? Yeah, that could work. That could work. Or Go Jetters. Just like drop a Go Jetters tune, then we're away. Hey Dougie episode references Aliens and Apocalypse Now are brilliant. See, it's smart, innit? They're there for you. Music's got late night radio vibes. It's basically it sounds a lot like rejected B-sides from one of the from the latest Arctic Monkeys album. Get Bertha. Bertha, yes. Forgotten about Bertha. I thought it was Radiohead. No, it's royalty free. It's royalty free music, so what it is I don't know, but it's pleasant, but I think it needs a little bit more of a vibe. Bertha won't maul any kids next week. Right, are we about to skip to the next? Let's skip to the next song. Let's go for something a bit different, shall we? Go for. We'll go a bit funkier. Yeah, it was that playlist was called Indie Electronica, which started out pretty nice and it was good, and then it just went very much into the just like, yeah, here's where we are. It's all fine. Pretty sure. It art student music. It sounded like. might even be able to have actual numbers 1 to 11 at this rate as well. Best royalty-free music is the Hardy Boys entrance music. They can take it anywhere they go. Unfortunately for them, it was also used on late-night adult channels promo adverts. I guess that's the problem, isn't it? If it's royalty-free, then yeah, anybody can use it. So there we go. TJ's readings with FM. Favorite stream, Harry Redknapp. Tony couldn't read a football book that didn't have a tragedy. Yeah, that's true, actually. Mr. Tumble can sort of... Yeah, Mr. Tumble's creepy. Definitely something will go wrong with Mr. Tumble as well. Definitely, I'm sure of it. Swanton bomb onto the bed. Tables, lads, and chairs. It's definitely a way of making entrance, especially if you've got a briefcase as well. You can cash in your money in the bank at the same time. Data Google, Mr. Tumble car exhaust. What? I'm concerned. This sounds like someone. This sounds like some music that's been given to someone in NXT. Looks like we're moving slowly towards the league stage. I still need a centre half, don't I? I've actually got a centre half. Not really. It totally sounds like an NXT song, doesn't it? Don't even want to put Sanudi in there just yet. Like it totally sounds like an NXT song, doesn't it? We get a centre back in on loan, possibly. Aidan McCarthy, 6'4". Scout him a little bit as well, don't we? Scout him, see if he's actually any good. Benjamin Wallace as well. He can tackle, so might be alright. Sure, it's one of the generic theme songs from a WWE game, Create a Wrestler. Yeah, it feels like it, doesn't it? You've Googled Mr. Tumble car exhaust. What? Do I need to do the same thing? I don't really think I want to Google Mr. Tumble. Why was he on an album cover dressed out? Oh god. Oh dear. Is he doing the YouTube face? With 2 car exhausts. I am intrigued. I'm very intrigued. Charles Phillips, so people talking about their most recent saves during the delay of FM24. I've started with the dish 4th with Frem and just got to see where it's taking me and how far I can get them. Yeah. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Old man Phil asking, are we happy with the transfers so far? You know what, Phil? I think I am. We've brought some decent players in, and I think the media, well, they were happy. They had us in 4th at one point. Thought they were going to be up there. So maybe everyone else has now brought some better players in around us. So 6th is our expectation now. We've brought some strikers in. We've brought a goalkeeper. I now need a centre half before the season starts. But I'm very conscious of the fact that I'm already overspending. So I could potentially move a fullback into centre half. It's not ideal, but you know, Luana could move into centre half. His heading's not great, but we've got youngsters as well who could potentially play at centre half, and we could just about get by, I reckon. Just about get by. Might have to just about make do with those players. Possibly. Oh, actually, he looks alright. And he looks alright. Okay, cool. We might be okay. We might be about to loan in some players who might be okay. Seen a documentary on Channel 5 pleasuring themselves to car exhaust before one guy cried. The guy took advantage of his car while he slept. Really excellent. Let's get our schedules up so we can get players, get our cohesion going up a bit more, I reckon, because we have brought lots and lots of players in, so we've got that to try and work with. That's why you shouldn't watch Channel 5. Yeah, Channel 5 is very much experimental television, isn't it? Like, yeah, I reckon drop down a bit, Phil, yeah, because we've not got the centre back in. But when we get one in, I think we'll be alright. But it's fine, isn't it, to be sort of like in and around the top 6. Take that. There's not a huge amount of pressure on us. I think fourth was a lot of, excuse me, fourth was a lot of pressure. That we didn't need that much pressure. But Aidan McCarthy might come in on loan from the Kaiser Chiefs. Good in the air, good determination, good positioning, 6'4" as well. So that might help. This sounds like a wrestling tune as well. any channels that get launched by the Spice Girls should be avoided wrong from the start. I mean, again, not the worst thing that happened on Channel 5. Which might be a strange thing to say. So we're up and running then. JD Stars. It's our first match of the season away from home. What are we thinking? Do we think we'll be all right? Are we going to push for the playoffs? Or is it going to be one of those ones where let's have a quick little nose at the job centre and see whether we should be looking at, Tokyo Verdy and the Oslo Football Academy in Senegal. Right, Aidan McCarthy's in. There we go. So hopefully he'll count as well as a younger player. So. Fourth position is a minimum. Oof. There we go. Back up to fourth now that we've got a centre half in. That's more like it. Aidan McCarthy straight in there, centre half. Mavundala replaced by Baffy. Only one left back as well. Might need another left back. Okay. I'm happy with that team. I think that's fine. I think we should be okay with that. Fun fact, when Channel 5 launched, I couldn't get it because Stirling Castle blocked the signal. I think it did it deliberately. If you're in the top four of the media prediction, usually it means you can overachieve with the team you have currently. Phil says, should be looking at winning the league. Oof, I mean, the pressure's coming on from YouTube. I like that. Let's see, shall we? First match of the season. Away to the JD Stars. Phil's ambition. Phil is full of ambition, Zeke. Like, do you know what I mean? This playlist called Knockoff NXT Themes. I think it must be someone plays attempted Pearl Jam songs. Oh, giving away. Oh no. McCarthy with a mistake. Oh dear. I mean, he's only just turned up, so we can forgive him a little bit. But Luana makes a mistake first of all, and then McCarthy with a mistake. It's Pearl Jam, but from the Middle Isle of Lidl. It's Pearl Barley Jam. It's Pearl Marmalade. Let's not panic too much. We can definitely score, surely. Here's Carelza. Back inside. There we go. What a finish. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. Good hit, son. Little drop of the shoulder, cuts back inside. Carl says, agree with Phil. A lot of the time you have a good spy on the team and a good tactic running. That's enough in the lower leagues of football. Yeah, you're probably right, you know. You're probably right. I think as well, if you get a little bit of pace, that tends to help. And I guess if we've got two strikers who can score goals, that was part of our problem last year. Well, that and the fact it took us too long to get a tactic working. Marema. Oh, disallowed. Disallowed. Yeah, I think it took us too long to get the tactic bedded in last year. So we were a little bit up and down, a little bit inconsistent. Then once it bedded in and we got the players doing what they're supposed to do, that was fine. Obviously, we've lost a lot of those players in the summer, so I'm going to try and get them back in and relearn. Right, injury there to... we could probably do with a... switch that over as well. Now look at that little back heel on the way through. Here we go. Marema's out now. Good ball through. Karelza gets his second. I'm not putting too much pressure on him, but I think we found a gem with Karelza. Sundowns didn't want him. We'll have him. And Marema's getting involved as well, so happiness all round. 4-4-2, Phil. It's just when it works, it's a thing of beauty, isn't it? You know. Karelza down the wing. Back inside. Masadi brought down. Referee says no. Karelza. Fatsizi. 3-1. Masadi's looking around thinking, I've been fouled, surely. Fatsizi's got other ideas. Play at the whistle. Don't say it too loudly, everyone. We're sat top of the table. And Kube inside. Fatsizi. Marema. What a strike. It counts as well. We've gone 4-1 up. What a finish. He's on. He's on. Give us the trophy now, says Zeep. 15 shots, 9 on target, and we came from a goal behind as well. There we go. Yeah, win the ball back. Perfect. Palace over the top. Karelza chases the goalkeeper. Is the keeper going to make a poor clearance? Marema Inside. Corelza, he's got to finish that, surely. It's just bobbling around. I'm just like, well, what's happening here? If the media is saying fourth, it's got to be a title year, says Phil. Look at the strikers getting goals like that. 4-1, everyone. That's decent, isn't it? What was the expectation for JD? Right, so they're expecting JD to finish 6th. Yeah. All right, back's out for a couple of weeks now. The question's going to be, is have we got enough depth? You know what I mean? We haven't got the money to bring more players in. Have we got enough kids that we can bring through that will just, you know, get us through if we need to rotate players? And that's a problem for another day, isn't it? Let's see what La Masia are saying, shall we? See if we can go and give them another late stream. Can't turn the PC off. No, it's got to stay on forever now. Literally. Yeah, I can't turn the PC off at all until we lose. We knew you would have been an excellent signing, but you didn't. You agreed to a new contract, didn't you? So we couldn't get him in. Squad depth's not a problem to worry about after one game and a 4-1 win. Yeah, that's true, actually. Yeah, we don't need to worry about, like, you know, injuries or anything like that. Just take the fact we won 4-1 and go, probably just win the league. Might as well. Why would you not? Come on then, Lamazia, let's see what you've got. And then we've got the Hungry Lions next. I've seen that Work the Space is doing non-league to legend mixed with British Steel as a new YouTube save. I haven't actually. That's pretty cool though. My Yorks was so many injuries, wondering if the pitch is rabbit warrens and broken glass. Yeah, no, I haven't seen that he's been doing that, but that's really, really cool actually if he is. That's very good. Actually, I just thought this is season 2. Right, 4-1 in the last match. Let's have the same again, shall we? And then... Ben's looking to set up an online 20-team league. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. Yeah, there's quite a bit of logistics, I'd imagine, would need to go into something like that. And I don't really know. I've not seen or heard what it would entail. Looks like the potential to be very good, though. Oh, it's a draft as well. Oh. Wow. That could be excellent. That could be excellent. That could be very, very good. It's a lot of work. It needs everything behind the scenes to work properly to pull it off. But if it does, that'll be brilliant. Penalty. Penalty to the Leopards. Nuki Miller. Bottom corner. Away we go. 100% record now, isn't it? Oof, off the bar. Should have been 2. That's where they do a draft and then the leagues teams are select and they do versus or within a league system. It depends on the servers. Yeah, that would be. It would be better to do it self-contained, but yeah, that's for brighter minds than mine to work out. To be honest, I couldn't figure that one out. Yeah, like the I don't know. I guess with having creators in it, you kind of you've got a certain element of control because you know who those people are. They're going to be in the project, and you know how they're going to behave. You know that their setup's going to be fine, their internet's going to be stable, and all that sort of stuff. If you're opening it out to the wider community, then you don't know any of those things. So there's an element of risk attached to it, but. Yeah. I guess now's the chance to try it, right? Because draft mode's not in straight away in 25, so give it a go now. If it works, great. Waiting for 20 people to press continue. God, yeah. Yeah, that'll be a thing. No, it's in. Baffy technically claims it. It's a deflection, but... Actually, we'll bring him off still. Try and rest a couple of players. Marema should have finished. halfway through the season with Ipswich rebuild, unbeaten so far. Is this an unbeaten season 2? Still, Tony asks Phil. I mean, let's not get too carried away, but 100% record. I think it could well be. I think it could be an invincible season. I don't see any reason why it can't. You know? Yeah, I think we just accept that that's exactly what's going to happen now. And we're going to go unbeaten. So therefore, I might as well just raid out then, because the title's already in the bag. We know what's happening. So, yeah, let's go and hang out with someone else for a bit, because I've got a fair bit of stuff to do tomorrow. I've got to go and do some comedy coaching tomorrow night. So, and I'm probably going to be up early for the gym. So, yeah, I could go and get some sleep, actually. Let's do that. This has been fun. I've enjoyed it. We will ping ourselves across to... Where are we going to go? We're going to go... Let's go to... Tell you what. Pop across and we'll see Caffeine, shall we? Haven't been there for a while. So, yeah. Go and give my man some love. Take care of yourselves. Bang on 3 hours. Look at that. Consummate professional. 2 games, 2 wins. I'm with Phil, unbeaten season. There you go. Right. Everyone, see you all on Wednesday. Take care of yourselves. Have fun. See you in a little bit. Night night. Bye now.
He is currently doing the Pentagon challenge, the most difficult